Hey guys, what's up? I see that you have made it back to the channel. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also punch that bell for notifications for when I drop new videos. If you don't know what this channel is about, we talk about everything writing on this channel, okay? Now, today's topic, it's just going to be an update of how that novel is going. If you guys have been following me on my journey, you should know that I did something very crazy after reaching a word count of 12,000 words, okay? Check it out.
I'm checking my phone. It's about that time for me to go home. I don't want to be rude, but I gotta leave you alone. I'm checking my phone. It's about.
So recently, I have just been writing this novel. I didn't do much planning. Seriously, I would just sit down and I would have a brief idea of where I wanted to go with the story, and I would just write whenever I had time. But I hit 12,000 words and I started to read, and I mean deeply sit and read what I was writing just to see how it flowed. And to me, from my perspective, it was not flowing the way I wanted it to. I mean, it was an okay story. The scenes connected, they worked, they were okay. But I want better than okay. I know that I'm better than that. Not to be cocky or anything. What I mean by that is I know that I can do better than that. So I like to push myself, okay? I am my worst critic sometimes. And from what I was reading with those previous chapters that I had, it just was not working out. They were not flowing together. So at 12,000 words, I decided to start the entire project over. Okay, that was, I want to say, last week. Now, currently, since starting it over, I am now sitting at 3 chapters completed. Okay, and this is crazy because I don't even feel like I had, or I could say that I had 3 full chapters completed, even at a word count of 12,000 words. That's what I mean. Like, things weren't, they didn't flow to the point to where I even felt comfortable with calling those chapters. So let me tell you guys how I got there. In my previous video, if you guys want to go check it out, I kind of talk about how I came up with chapter names, and this helped out a lot. Okay, so what I did, I decided to kind of tuck that document behind the scenes, and I started a whole new document. And before I got to writing this time, I came up with titles for these chapters. Okay, I thought about what I wanted from each scene, and I spent the time to actually come up with chapter titles. And this helped me because the chapter titles kind of told the story themselves, and it motivated me to complete the sentences that went with those chapter titles. Okay, for instance, like the first chapter it's called Happy Father's Day. All right, so in this chapter, 3 of my main characters are out celebrating Father's Day, and something crazy happens, okay? I'm not going to tell you the story, you guys, because this is probably a book that I will end up publishing. But just know that something crazy happens. A twist happens immediately within the book. And you catch all kinds of vibes, because with this big something that happens, each character has a different type of reaction. Okay, this book is big on reactions, and it tells you so much about each character and how they react to things. Okay, so I kind of play with that within this book. But anyways, Happy Father's Day is the first chapter. Then the second chapter, I think I called it You Don't Know Me. And again, it kind of dives into why a certain character reacted the way that they reacted to their loved one being kidnapped. Okay, it's kind of a shocker. Like, it came out of nowhere. Nobody expected this character to react the way that they did, and that's why I titled the chapter "You Don't Know Me." Okay, so it excites me to tell more about the story when I read these chapter titles, is what I'm getting at. So I guess if you guys are stuck, what I want to encourage you to do is actually sit down and come up with ideas for chapter titles. And you'll be amazed or surprised on how much this motivates you and fuels you and gets like the creative juices flowing for writing your book. Okay, so whenever I get stuck now, all I do is just read that chapter title and I'm like, oh yeah, that's where I wanted to go with this. That's what I wanted to do with this particular chapter. And it has helped so much. Like before, just focusing on word count, and I'm like, oh, I got to hit this certain word count, or oh, I got to get this far in the book. I didn't have a clear direction. But with these chapter titles, it gives me that direction that I needed. So now I know, oh, yep, I'm working on this chapter today. I'm going to complete this chapter. So instead of I'm going to get this many words, it's legit, I'm going to complete this chapter before I move on to the next chapter. It's really helping this book move along. So it's something that works for me. It's something that's working for me. I don't know if it would work for you guys, but it's really, really helping me a lot. Okay. And this is my first novel, and I'm definitely going to say that I will continue to use this method or trick or whatever you want to call it for upcoming projects as well, because it's just that good to me. All right. I can't tell you how many moments where I would sit down for a writing session and just sit there, twiddling my thumbs because I knew what I wanted to write. I just didn't know what direction to take it in. And this changed the game for me when I just started coming up with these chapter titles. So, hey, I urge you to try it. It might work for you. It might not work for you, but just give it a try. I was a little skeptical at first too, because I'm like, that's not going to help. But I thought about it. When I write projects, even with screenplays, books, and everything, I always come up with the title first. And why do I do that? Because that gives me the creative thoughts that I need in order to create the project. I think about the title and I'm like, oh yes, that's where I wanted to go with this project. The chapter titles do the same thing. So if you guys are stuck, if you're just focused on word count, I encourage you to just stop focusing on word count and create some chapter titles and focus on those. Okay. I almost want to guarantee you that this will get you out from having writer's block or from being stuck, or to get your creative juices going if you sit down and actually come up with titles for each one of your chapters. Hey, try it out. Like I said, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Leave a comment below after you guys try it and let me know how it works out for you. Because it's something new to me too. So I definitely want to talk to more people within the AuthorTube community about these things that I'm suggesting, just to see if they are helpful or not. I know that they're helpful for me, but I want to see if they're helpful for you guys as well. So leave a comment below. Let me know if it works out. And again, if this is your first time on the channel, we talk about everything writing on this channel. Okay. I come from writing screenplays, self-publishing children's books, newspaper publications, entertainment magazines, all kinds of stuff. If that's something that you guys are interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also punch that bell for notifications for when I release new videos. All right. subscribe to the channel because that helps out a great deal. I'm on a race to 100 subscribers. That is my very first goal. I want to continue to build this AuthorTube community. So come on over here, join my community, and let's share ideas. Let's, motivate each other to finish our projects. A lot of people have book ideas, but not very many people actually follow through with those ideas and bring them to life. I want each and every one of us to bring those ideas to life. So we got to stay connected. We got to share tricks and trades on how we each reach that goal. So comment below if you guys also have a AuthorTube channel, you want me to subscribe to that, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. But until next time, peace.